Alright, we got a brand new Monster Rancher game on our hands, and if there's anything anyone remembers about Monster Rancher besides the combining and the shrine mechanics, it's how involved the process for unlocking the secret monsters can be. This isn't a game with 20 years of prior info about it, so I'm sorry I couldn't get this out on day one like I could with my other stuff, but the truth is we literally just didn't know how to unlock stuff. But that's no longer the case, and we know it all. We sorta know it all. Some of the stuff is still a bit nebulous, but here's how to unlock every kaiju and monster in Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher. When I did my unlock guide for Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX, I tried to group monsters by similar unlock conditions, and while I still did my best to apply that format here, it gets a bit convoluted in this game, so make sure to check the timestamps if there's a monster you're interested in unlocking. Starting off with the big guns, we got Mocchi. Mocchi is the easiest monster in the game to unlock because you're forced into it. Once you reach C rank, your progress will be halted until you fight Colt and her Mocchi in this exhibition match. Winning unlocks you the adorable Mocchi at the altar, and, maybe less importantly, the rest of the game is now playable. Suezo is also an unlockable monster in this game. Once you've reached Master rank, you'll be invited to the Fimba Rank S Invitational. Win the tournament and Suezo will be available at the altar. I made a short video on this earlier, but you can actually unlock the special Shooting Star Suezo by combining a Suezo with a Science Party Mocchi. This monster apparently was intended to be unlocked mainly through a Japan-only code, but it looks like we have access to him too, whether or not that's on purpose. UKMR has a ton of kaiju unlocked through adventuring. You'll be invited to the first adventure in June as long as you have a D rank or higher monster with 1400 life and 50 fame on the ranch. Once you go on this adventure, it will unlock the October and February ones as well, though they have stricter life requirements. In Monster Rancher 2, high intelligence is necessary to find items and high power is also recommended to break roadblocks, but the requirements for easy adventuring in Ultra Kaiju are significantly lower, and 5000 seems to be the upper benchmark for both intelligence and power to basically guarantee success in whatever you want to do. 5000 intelligence guarantees that you will discover hidden paths as you come across them, and once you've opened a hidden path, it remains open for the rest of your save file. Kanegon is the easiest adventure unlock. Go to the first June adventure and search any location. You'll have an extremely high likelihood of finding the foreign currency. Go to the research lab and use this as a combination item to guarantee a Kanegon will be born. Once you've made any monster through combination at least once this way, they will be available at the altar and in your field guide for future spawning. There are 2 additional secret Kanegon that are unlocked at the altar after beating the game. Massive Kanezo is Kanezo, except massive, and Belial Kanegon is an entirely different kaiju with its own unique text and stats. It's also a potential contender for the strongest monster in the game in competitive play, so, it's worth checking him out. Neronga can be found on the October adventure. You'll need a C rank or higher monster with 2100 life and 50 fame, as well as having gone on the initial June adventure to unlock this one. You'll find an invisible barrier at this location, and it will require Eleking or Thunder Killer to trigger the battle with Neronga. Once you beat him, you'll get his horn, which can be used as a combo item. Gandar requires a trip to the February adventure. You'll need a B rank monster with 2800 life and 50 fame to be invited, as well as having gone on the initial June adventure to unlock this one. You can find the silver scale in these locations. And just so you guys know, all of these maps are courtesy of legendcup.com. They are available on the website. If this video is going a little bit too quick for you, there's a ton of good resources there. Combine any 2 monsters with the silver scale as a combo item to unlock Gandar. Windom requires going on all 3 adventures to find 5 different capsules. The purple and silver capsules can be found in February in these locations. The blue capsule can be found in June at this location, and the remaining 2 can be found on the October adventure. Red can be found here, and yellow can be found here. Not every capsule needs to be found with the same monster. After finding all 5 capsules, you go to the research center. A bit of dialogue will happen, and then on a later date, Dada will come by the ranch and explain what the capsules are. This unlocks Windom at the altar, but no item for guaranteed combination will be given to you. Much like the Shooting Star Suezo, there is a special Windom that seems to have been intended for Japan-only unlock means. If you combine Giant of Light Sevenger with Windom, you have a chance to unlock Giant of Light Windom. King Joe also requires you to find a bunch of pieces to unlock him. You need to first find 3 robot parts on adventure, 1 in each season. In February, you can find the part here. In June, you can find it here. In October, you can find it here. As long as you've got a B rank monster on the ranch, you'll get an invitation on May 1st for the B rank tournament called the Space Robot Cup happening a month later. Win it to receive the 4th and final piece of the King Joe doll. Go to the research center afterwards and you'll be able to use the combined doll as an item for King Joe. To unlock Melba, after achieving at least Breeder Rank 5, you'll get a letter in December titled Howl at the Moon. Rest your monster during a winter month and you'll get a cutscene with Melba flying overhead. So January is confirmed. This is the month I did it in, but it is very likely that December and February work as well. Afterwards, you can find a Melba at this Ultraman statue in the February adventure. Defeat it to get the Melba armor and use it as a combination item to unlock Melba. It's suggested to have 5000 intelligence to do this unlock, as the secret path makes it a straight shot from the starting point and drastically cuts down the energy needed to take the winding path that exists naturally. Of course, you don't have to do this with the monster you fight Melba with, but it makes sense to at least clear this path once. Ace Killer has an interesting unlock with additional secondary payoffs, but it requires a bit of busy work. Once you've unlocked the October adventure, you will get a letter from Giuliano about a crystal that absorbs energy. Turns out this crystal is on the October adventure. You'll need to visit it with 4 different monsters to get the crystal piece that functions as a combo item to unlock Ace Killer. You'll need 1 monster with at least 5,000 intelligence to open the path for the first time, but it'll stay open for every adventure thereafter. Once the crystal is removed, you'll gain access to a secret gathering spot that guarantees a gold peach and over 500,000 gold in the form of sellable items each time, so it's well worth the effort, even if you're not interested in Ace Killer. To unlock Garamon, you'll need to be at least breeder rank 5. You'll get a letter in August about the night sky being beautiful on clear September nights. If you then rest on a clear day in September, you'll see a shooting star. Go to the shop and buy the telescope that is miraculously now available. Rest on another clear day in September. It can be any year with any monster as long as you got the telescope, and you'll see more shooting stars and a meteorite that seems like it crashed on Earth. Later on, your ranch will be attacked by a Garamon. You can choose to fight or to run away. It doesn't really matter what the outcome of this event is. After a few months, Dada will visit you and talk about the incident. Afterwards, Garamon will become available at the altar. Similar to Windom in the sense that you don't actually get an item, but it's now available. Unlocking Birdon is pretty easy through normal game progression, but it's actually a convoluted process if you're trying to do it on purpose. First, you need to buy the ranch annex from the shop. This is the bit that lets you hold more items. On the first week of August, you'll get a letter about Kaiju causing animals to go missing. Soon after that, May will send you another letter about these big bugs called Kimgila appearing in the Wild Woods. Do the Wild Woods heavy drill until your Kaiju finds a Kimgila. Next, you'll go on the June adventure. At this location, your monster will be attacked by the weakest Birdon imaginable. Defeat it to get the Birdon feather, and then use that feather as a combo item at the research center to unlock Birdon. Zetton requires a second ranch annex and for you to be breeder rank 6, meaning you've beaten the A rank official with Alvaro and his Zetton. You'll get an invitation on January 1st to compete in a tournament the following month. Win the tournament and Zetton will be unlocked at the shrine. Tyrant's unlock requires you to be at least breeder rank 7, and while I'm not sure if there's a specific monster rank requirement, you'll need something decently strong to beat him. If your monster has acquired an Ultraman, Ultraman Taiga, or Ultraman Zero trait through the inheritance cookies, Tyrant will attack your ranch on May 4th. If you beat him, you'll get the Baraba Whip as an item for combination at the research center to unlock Tyrant. Super C.O.V is everyone's least favorite unlock, and it seems to be entirely RNG dependent. But here's what we know. You need to be at least breeder rank 6, and you'll receive a letter talking about summer ghost stories and scary kaiju. And then you'll have this bit of dialogue with Kanezo about a rift opening up in the sky later. If you have a monster of at least B rank on the ranch, they have a random chance to fight Super C.O.V during a rampage. If you beat him, you unlock the ability to raise him. More specifics of this might become clear as time goes on, but for now, happy rampaging. Godspeed. Each of the 3 big tournaments unlocks an additional kaiju. These are late game unlocks, but they're pretty simple otherwise. If you beat the Lightning Cup and then fuse any breed of Eleking and Ace Killer with the chips you've won as a prize, you'll unlock Thunder Killer. Win the Inferno Cup and fuse any breed of Gomora and Red King with the chips you won as a prize to unlock Skull Gomora. And if you beat the Pedanium Cup, you can unlock Pedanium Zetton by fusing King Joe and Zetton with the prize chips. Obviously, it goes without saying you need to have all these other monsters unlocked first before you can do these combinations, so I guess there is a couple of steps involved, but these are pretty straightforward. And this leaves us with one final unlock, and it is by far the most complicated. Unlocking 5 King is an ordeal. First, you need Master Rank, so you gotta beat the game first. Then you will need to make it to S rank with 5 different monsters: Golza, Gan-Q, Super C.O.V, Reicubas, and Melba. It can be any sub-breed of those monsters, but those are the main breeds. You'll receive an invitation on September 1st for the Catastrophe Cup, which happens a month later on October 1st. Defeat 5 King and you'll win his disc chips, and voila, you can now make 5 King. Wait, you can't use the chips to make your initial 5 King? Oh, how silly of me. Why would that work? It's not like I've been conditioned to assume that this is how this would work. Nope, it turns out you now need to finagle your way into combining all 5 of the aforementioned monster breeds at the same time. How do you combine 5 monsters simultaneously? Well, you have to take 2 crossbred kaiju containing 2 breeds each, and then combine them with the disc chips of the remaining kaiju not included in either combination. Yeah, okay, so here's how it works. Currently, there's 3 combinations that work. If you use a Reicubas Golza, a Gan-Q Super C.O.V, and the Melba chip, you can make a 5 King. This also works for Reicubas Golza, Melba Super C.O.V, and the Gan-Q chip, or Melba Golza, Gan-Q Super C.O.V, and the Reicubas chip. See what I mean? Like, it's all 5 of those monsters combined. After fulfilling all the requirements and combining one of these 3 specific combos, you'll unlock 5 King. Also, if you're lazy and you don't want to do this, I think he just becomes available at the altar as well, but, this is pretty cool. It's an interesting and unique unlock condition. You can then get 5 King's secret subbreed Mujika 5 King by combining him with another monster that has a secret subbreed or with mystic chips. There are currently no known keywords to unlock Mujika at the altar, but I have a feeling that's just because so few people have unlocked 5 King that, he hasn't become available for them yet. But on the topic of mystic chips are chips that drastically increase the likelihood of a secret subbreed appearing during combination if at least one of the monsters in the combination is a secret combo themselves, and it still gives you a low chance at it if neither does. It can be found here tucked away in the secret location on the October adventure. And that's it. That's every unlock in Ultra Kaiju Monster Rancher. If you're still lost or need extra help with something in the game, you can join my Discord. We're now over 700 members strong, and everyone is willing to help new players. Let me know what other kind of Ultra Kaiju videos you'd like to see in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.